because I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going back my mom. I'm not going. So tell your ass mama dig her ass up and post it.
50 Cent posted one picture of Tiny Harris and lit the whole internet on fire. But what he said about King Harris right after that, questioning who his real father is, that's the part nobody saw coming. And once you hear what's really been simmering inside this marriage for years, you'll understand why this feud goes way deeper than a Versuz debate. This isn't just rap rivalry, this is history, and the bomb 50 dropped, that was personal. We've got to rewind because this didn't start in February 2026. This story has been brewing for nearly 2 decades. The only reason it finally exploded like this is because one man, Curtis James Jackson III, better known as 50 Cent, decided he was done being subtle and went straight for the jugular. The tension between 50 Cent and T.I. traces back to the mid-2000s when both were sitting at the very top of the rap world. 50 was running G-Unit like a corporation, moving millions of records and dominating his lane in a way almost nobody had done before. Meanwhile, Clifford T.I. Harris Jr. out of Atlanta was boldly claiming the title King of the South, and truthfully his catalog backed it up. Put two powerhouses in the same space and friction is inevitable. Early on, it was quiet tension, a few slick interview jabs, competitive energy that never quite turned nuclear. But around 2007 and 2008, things got real when 50 started pointing at T.I.'s legal trouble and asking a question that can follow a rapper forever. Was the so-called king talking to the feds? Here's what actually happened. In October 2007, T.I. was arrested in Atlanta in an ATF sting operation. He tried to purchase 3 machine guns and 2 silencers through a bodyguard who was secretly cooperating with the government. These were serious federal charges, the kind that could bury someone for years. Each count carried up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine. So when sentencing came in March 2009 and T.I. received just 1 year and 1 day, the rap world started side-eyeing the math. 50 definitely did. On G-Unit's 2008 album TOS, Terminate on Sight, 50 dropped You So Tough and delivered a line the industry couldn't ignore. I got the best lawyers money can buy. They said it would've got me 10 or maybe 9. I said, how do you explain how homie breathes so? Keep your mouth shut or you eat the cheese. When pressed in interviews, 50 played coy at first.
You use real life situations to create something that's entertaining without being specific. That's entertainment to me. Like if I had an issue, when have you known me to be indirect with an issue?
Oh, you're pretty direct.
Right, so if I had a problem with any artist, trust me, they would know.
You're pretty direct, alright? So if I had a problem with any artist, trust me, they would know. Is that line about T.I.? Absolutely. For the public to decide. Translation, he wasn't exactly denying it. T.I. has always maintained he never snitched. He said his case was personal, tied to seeking justice for his best friend Philante Johnson, who was killed in Cincinnati in 2006. As part of his plea deal, T.I. completed over 1,000 hours of community service, traveled to 25 states, and spoke to thousands of young people. But in hip-hop, once that snitch label starts floating, explanations rarely move as fast as accusations. After that, things cooled off. Brief flare-up in 2020 when T.I. made comments about King Von's death. 50 felt disrespected a grieving community, but still, no full explosion. That didn't happen until 2026. It started with a Versuz conversation that turned personal fast. In early February 2026, T.I. appeared on the Nightcap podcast with Shannon Sharpe and Chad Johnson. He shared a story about being in Los Angeles with 50 working on TV projects, saying they discussed doing a Versuz battle to celebrate their music. According to T.I., they agreed, but when he mentioned it publicly, 50 acted like he had no idea what he was talking about.
I said I wanted 50, that's what I said. He don't want no smoke though. Oh, Lord. I called my man out, he don't want no smoke, he ducking smoke, it's cool.
And on a separate occasion, T.I. broke it down even more.
We were moving around in LA, man, selling some TV shows and shit while we were around each other, man, you know what I mean? I said, what you think about this? Like, you wanna do that? I said, yeah. He was like, all right, cool, so shit. And I told him, I said, well, I'm gonna jump out there first, and then you just gonna jump out there and we'll line it up. Going on. Then that's what it was about. Cause now I question your character.
Now, most people expected 50 to clap back with bars, maybe a diss track. Instead, he chose a different route. One many felt crossed a line. He went to Instagram and posted an unflattering photo of T.I.'s wife, Tamika A. Tiny Harris, telling T.I. to keep his name out of his mouth, not a shot at T.I. His music, not his legacy, his wife. That's when everything shifted, because at that moment, 50 didn't just escalate a rap beef. He brought a woman into it, a woman who had already weathered more storms than most realize. And she has a 21-year-old son named King watching all of this unfold in real time. This stopped being about music. It became about family. And when you tug at this particular family, you're pulling on years of history, marriage struggles, rumors, loyalty tests, all tied to Tiny Harris. And to understand why 50 going after Tiny hit so hard, and why King reacted the way he did, you have to know who Tiny really is. She's not just a T.I.'s wife. That title barely scratches the surface. Born Tamika Diane Cottle on July 14, 1975 in College Park, Georgia, Tiny was already a force in music long before T.I. entered the picture. She rose to fame in the early 90s as a member of the R&B group Escape, shaping the sound of that era. Beyond performing, she was penning hits. She co-wrote TLC and No Scrubs and worked on records for Destiny's Child, building a resume many artists would dream of. Before T.I., her personal life stayed relatively low-key. She dated Zany Zebo Fullens for about 6 years starting in 1992, and they had a daughter, Zanique, born in 1996, who later became part of the OMG Girls. Tiny also shared on their reality show that she had a close connection with Tupac Shakur in 1994 that almost turned romantic, though it never did. Tupac passed in 1996. No real scandal. She met T.I. in 2001 through industry circles connected to Grand Hustle Records. At first, she wasn't interested. She reportedly curved him multiple times before finally giving him a chance. By the mid-2000s, they were solid. They married quietly in Miami Beach on July 30, 2010, later celebrating in Atlanta and Las Vegas. Together they had King 2004, Major 2008, and Eris 2016, and endured the heartbreak of a stillbirth in 2007. With T.I.'s children from previous relationships in Zanique, they were raising a blended family of 7. But the marriage faced real pressure early. Months after their wedding, T.I. was arrested again on drug charges while on probation. Tiny stood by him. They turned their lives into V-Hones, T.I. and Tiny. The Family Hustle, airing from 2011 to 2017, giving fans a front row seat to their highs and lows. Behind the scenes, cracks were forming. In 2014, T.I. got into a physical altercation with boxer Floyd Mayweather Jr. in Las Vegas after rumors spread about Mayweather being too friendly with Tiny. It was caught on video. Both denied anything happened. In a 2018 interview on Candy Coated Nights, Tiny admitted Mayweather flirted with her and that she wasn't getting the attention she needed at home. "I didn't really cheat. He flirted with me. Everybody needs attention," she said. That alone speaks volumes. The biggest breaking point came in December 2016 when Tiny filed for divorce in Henry County, Georgia, citing irreconcilable differences and requesting primary custody. She refiled in April 2017 after a service issue. Later, she explained the filing was about self-respect after years of cheating, lying, and disrespect. By summer 2017, they reconciled. T.I. called her his best friend and said he couldn't just walk away. Their final season documented how close they came to ending it and how they fought to rebuild, and rebuild they did. In 2025, they celebrated 15 years of marriage with a Thailand getaway, sharing yacht videos and affectionate captions that made it clear they were presenting a united front, at least public. It was clear these were two people who had genuinely fought to keep their marriage alive and make it through the storm. T.I. publicly called Tiny the love of his life, and she spoke about how much he had matured in the way he loves her over 24 years together. Then, in early 2026, they showed up at the Grammy Awards side by side, polished, smiling, looking solid. And then 50 Cent hit a post. Now let's be very clear, the rumors that started flying after that, including 50 hinting that King Harris might not even be T.I.'s biological son, are not backed by any verified facts. The record shows King was born in 2004, 3 years into T.I. and Tiny's relationship. Both parents have always raised him and publicly claimed him. The paternity jab was classic 50. Find the most sensitive nerve and press it hard just to see who reacts. And here's the part people forget. On top of the marriage drama, this family had already been carrying something far heavier than rap beef. In January 2021, more than a dozen women came forward with serious allegations against T.I. and Tiny, accusing them of drugging, assault, holding women against their will, and trafficking between 2005 and 2018. The couple denied every allegation and called it a coordinated money grab. Their attorney, Steve Sato, labeled it a sordid shakedown campaign with zero merit. VH1 paused their show while investigating. The LAPD opened the case in May 2021, but by September, the Los Angeles County District Attorney declined to file charges due to expired statutes of limitations. Nothing materialized in Georgia either. In January 2024, an Air Force veteran identified as Jane Doe filed a civil lawsuit under a California law, allowing older claims if a cover-up can be shown. T.I. and Tiny moved to dismiss it. In August 2024, a federal judge threw the case out, though the plaintiff was allowed to amend and refile. Bottom line, no charges, no convictions, but the cloud never fully disappeared. So when 50 posted Tiny's photo and turned her into a punchline, he wasn't just teasing a rival over a Versuz dispute. He was dragging someone who had already endured divorce filings, cheating rumors, and federal investigations, and doing it in front of millions. That's what sparked the explosion. King Harris didn't respond calmly. He came out swinging. The second he saw his mother's picture on 50's Instagram, something snapped. King is 21, raised under constant cameras, used to gossip blogs dissecting his family, but watching his mom get used as a joke in a rap feud, that hit different. This wasn't a label-approved rollout. King jumped straight onto Instagram stories and unloaded in real time, and he crossed a line most people in hip-hop know is sacred. He brought up 50's late mother, Sabrina Jackson, who was murdered in 1983 when 50 was just 8. King said if 50 wanted to post mothers, he could post his too, and even shared what appeared to be her gravesite.
I want to say something about my mama. Your mama. Your mama. Go dig her up. Go dig her up. Post a picture of your mama. She pay respect. Stop playing with my mama.
I want to say something about my mama. Your mama, go dig her up. Post a picture of your mama. She pay respect. Stop playing with my mama. 50 responded exactly how you'd expect, with a Pepe the Frog meme that said "Al" and a message telling King to stay out of grown men's business. King did the opposite. On February 23rd, he doubled down. He called 50 an attention seeker, recycling the same tactics for nearly 30 years. He referenced the 2000 shooting where 50 survived 9 gunshots, a defining moment in 50's story, and said surviving that but still acting this way wasn't impressive. He brought up how 50's 2007 album Curtis was outsold by Kanye West's Graduation in one of the most famous sales battles in rap history. He posted old photos of 50 holding oversized toys at a radio station. He took shots involving 50's son, Sire. He tagged Diddy, Rick Ross, Ashanti, and others to widen the blast radius. T.I. backed his son publicly and then added fuel. On February 23rd, he dropped a diss track titled "Other Right One," painting 50 as someone who talks big but dodges real competition. He suggested unresolved pain from losing his mother still shapes his behavior. He previewed another track, War, produced by DJ Toomp, slated for his final album Kill the King. He also released a What Bully, pairing it with that infamous image of 50's drastic weight loss for the 2011 film All Things Fall Apart, a photo that had haunted 50 for years. T.I.'s older son, Damani, joined in with his own diss sampling Outkast's Zemesis. Jackson, a pointed choice given the circumstances. Then on February 24th, King dropped a Made Man. A 21-year-old often labeled a Nepo baby was now toe-to-toe with one of hip-hop's most seasoned trolls. Through it all, 50 barely addressed the music. Instead, he promoted his Broadway revival of August Wilson's Joe Turner's Come and Gone, opening April 25, 2026, with a caption reading, "Opening night, April 25th, no rappers, no bad BBL, no little albino kids, just sold out Broadway." Many interpreted the albino kids a comment as a direct shot at one of T.I. and Tiny's children who has albinism. That post was deleted, along with most others tied to the feud. Then 50 made another move that shifted public opinion fast. Tina Knowles, Beyoncé's mother, reposted a supportive video of Tiny praising feminine energy. Tiny thanked her. 50 responded by posting Tina's photo with a caption mocking grandmothers in beef. He followed it with a gif of Solange pulling off her earrings, a nod to the 2014 elevator incident with Jay-Z. Captioned like a warning, the Bayhive mobilized instantly. The backlash was fierce and immediate. By February 25th, 50 Cent had deleted every single post connected to the feud. The same 50 who never backed down from Ja Rule, Rick Ross, or Diddy went silent. Completely, the drama got so massive that police departments reportedly received calls, not because anyone was in danger, but because people were that deep into the chaos. That alone tells you how thoroughly it has consumed the internet. Right now, the audience is split. One side says 50 crossed the line first by dragging Tiny into it, and King simply defended his mother. The other side says King went too far by invoking 50's murdered mom, arguing some lines should never be crossed. Both perspectives carry weight. What's harder to debate is the bigger pattern. For over 20 years, 50's strategy has been the same. Poke, troll, trigger, wait for the emotional reaction, go action. The louder the reaction, the more the internet declares him the winner. It worked on Ja Rule, it worked on Rick Ross, it worked on many others, but this time the person swinging back wasn't the original opponent. It was a 21-year-old son willing to go somewhere his father wouldn't. When 50 aimed at Tiny, he didn't hit a weak spot, he hit the most protected person in the room. What do you think about this whole situation? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and click one of the videos on your screen for more breakdowns like this. I'll see you in the next one.